If the task is too difficult, members will have slow production since they have to learn. If the time constraint seems impossible, high levels of stress could lead to ineffective results. When providing members with feedback, I must be aware of my own possible biases when evaluating members. Inflation bias happens if I provide undesired positive feedback. This could be likely to conflict aversion or trying to help motivate positively. Intrinsic motivation bias is if I assume that the team members are only worried with external rewards and not internal ones. This could reduce the team's motivation and communication abilities. Homogeneity bias is if I were to favor those who were most like me, for example, giving good reviews to women over men. Fundamental attribution error is if I were to mistake a team member's behavior as their personality and not a situational occurrence. Reciprocity bias could happen if I were to feel that the team members would give me a good review if I reviewed them well. And primary and recency bias, primary bias could happen if I were to focus on my first impression of an individual, and a recency bias is if I focus more on recent information about a team member. With conflict, there can be many challenges that lead to dysfunctional outcomes to watch out for. Stereotypes are superficial biases. They can put social groups into unfair categories and create misunderstandings about people without knowing them. Categorization is a close equivalent to clicking together groups. When people first meet, they begin putting people into categories. An in-group bias is when those in the group judge those outside of it and see the group as better than others. Diversity is essential to innovation and creativity, but also can be met with racial discrimination from those who hate a particular race or group of people. Many people deny social issues such as racism, sexism, white privilege, or sexual orientation biases. These individuals can be unaware of how they treat others and will not adjust their attitudes towards other members. There are many barriers to communication that reduce its effectiveness. Filtering is when a message is made to sound purposely better. This is common in upward communication. Selective perception, in its basic form, is when someone hears what they want to. Information overload is when an individual is given more information than they can process. Messages can be interpreted differently when the receiver is in a particular mood. Positive moods are more accepting, and negative moods are more suspecting. Language is a barrier in several ways. Spoken language, semantics, and jargon can all create barriers and misconceptions. Communication apprehension is another word for social anxiety. This is usually seen when using face-to-face method that we would be using in our group. Liars deliberately withhold or give incorrect information. In conclusion, I have given my recommendations for the new performance evaluation system team. There should be 6 members in it, and it should be a problem-solving type with cross-functional members from several departments. Those with interpersonal skills will be the best for problem solving. Internal and external roles must exist to create dynamics, and norms will be established. An integrated performance model will give a well-rounded look at the team's performance. Intrinsic and extrinsic rewards will be available through praise, recognition awards, and possible gain sharing. The group will strive to be cohesive and maintain trust and respect. Conflict will be managed to work towards functional outcomes. The use of downward, upward, and lateral communication will be used to its best possibility. Team mental modes and learning will be encouraged to develop members. And challenges will be addressed in order to overcome them quickly and effectively. I hope my recommendation creates a special and high-performing team to aid the organization in its current and future goals. Thank you.